Hi my carrot cake muffins, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to this video. If you're new, my name's Nicole. So today I'm going to be talking about how I studied in year 12 to get 3 A stars at the end of the year. And this wasn't just like I got A's and then predicted A stars, like I got what would have been A stars based on the grade boundaries. So as you can tell, I'm in a bit of a different filming location because I'm at Oxford University summer school, and I thought the academic air, whatever, would be perfect for this video, although it is looking a bit bare. I don't have my pen with me, but I have these Tic Tacs that we got from some German kids on the corner of a road, so I'll use this instead. So I just want to say, first of all, the reason why I'm making this video is because for GCSEs, I feel like you could get away with revising the night before, just reading over your notes and like cramming. But for A levels, you really can't be doing that. Like that's not sustainable at all. There's so much more content and you need to understand things a lot more deeply. So yeah, and this is going to come out after GCSE results day. So if you didn't do as well as you hoped, then use that as motivation. You know, A levels, you can get so much better. You're not confined to what you think you can only get. And likewise, if you get really, really good grades, that doesn't necessarily equate to an A star. Like I know a lot of people say a 9 does not guarantee an A star, and I feel like that's right, sadly. So this method has been developed over probably like half the year. Like it took me quite a long time to really like nail the perfect revision techniques and everything for year 12. So I really should be charging for this, but for you, it's free. So spaced repetition and active recall are the actual loves of my life. Yeah. So they are the like core principles or whatever of all of the study techniques I'm going to be talking about today. This is just like a general point, not really revision, but just stay focused in class, try and engage. That helps a lot with like understanding, and if you're engaging and asking questions, then it helps you remember it more, you know what I mean? And also, so if you're scared of asking questions, because I used to be a bit scared, but I mean, I'm slowly working my way up, so I'm not perfect either. But what's really helped me is if someone else asks a question, would you be like, ooh, that was a bit stupid, and then continue to remember that? Because I know that I wouldn't. So then I was like, then why would other people? And if they are doing that, isn't that kind of like pathetic? You know what I mean? Like, imagine not having a life to the point where you're like gossiping about someone asking a question, or even like getting something wrong when they put their hand up. Like, embrace it. Like, yeah, you asked a question, yeah, you put up your hand and maybe you got it wrong, okay? Main character behavior, I think. If someone's making fun of you, that's such a sad little life. Like, do whatever helps you learn. You shouldn't be suffering in silence because teachers are there for a reason. Also, I never wrote notes. We get booklets at school for our topics, and then I use that corresponding with the specification for the exam board. So this is the first like major point. So I will copy out the information in my booklet according to what is on the A-level specification. So I'll turn the statements on the spec into questions, and I'll use toggles on Notion. So it's kind of like flashcards. So it's incorporating active recall because you have to actively think about what the answer is before you reveal the answer. This is basically like just online flashcards in a way. It's just with A levels because I do biochem geography, that's quite a lot of content. So I decided to switch from paper to online, but do whatever works for you. And I would typically go through these the night before, maybe 2 nights if it's quite chunky, and I'd go through all of them, and if there was a question that I didn't know, then I'd turn that a different colour, and then I'd keep going. So I'd go through it all once, then go through the ones with colour, and then over and over again until they were all like non-coloured. So like colour coding, which ones are hardest, that helps too. And yeah, with Notion flashcards, that does depend on the subject. So I feel like if you had maths, you wouldn't really need to do as many flashcards, whereas if you were doing history or something like geography, they are a lot of facts that you just need to memorize. So yeah, let me know if you guys want a Notion tour. Notion literally like has my life like post year 11 on it. It's such a lifesaver. And then a couple of days before the actual test, I'd probably go on physics maths tutor. I'd find some of their question packs or past papers and I'd do a few of those, particularly for things like chemistry where it's like a lot of application questions, and biology as well. So I imagine maths, that would be a lot more helpful. And then long-term wise, I'll use Anki flashcards. So Anki is this app. Oh my god, it looks so ugly, but sadly you just have to get through it because I don't think there's any like pretty alternatives or like alternatives just as good. So I'll use Anki and I'll make flashcards organized by topic and then like the actual subject. And I would also, this is one thing that I think is so fun. So I make some flashcards that are really goofy and it's like a meme from Instagram or something like that. And so that means that I have more motivation to do my flashcards because I'm like, what little surprise am I gonna get? You know, it's really fun. And when it pops up, it's like kind of funny. I don't write like an actual question at the top. I just like keyboard smash. So I know that it's going to be like a funny thing coming up because if I'm in a public library and then all of a sudden some like massive meme just pops up, like, so that's like I know whether or not to skip it or whether to like savor and appreciate it. But yeah, at the start of the year I had absolutely no idea how to use Anki, to be honest. Like it took a while to really get my head around it, but it's so worth it, and just keep practicing because eventually you'll get the hang of it. And to be honest, I don't really get the hang of it, but as long as it's enough to be doing flashcards, then it's fine. And Anki is so good because it implements spaced repetition without you having to manually do anything about it. Like it just automatically does it for you. And spaced repetition is when you repeat the amount of times you like expose yourself to information so that it stays in your long-term memory. So at the start when you get a question and you do it, you're assessed on like 3 levels. There's like, no, 4 levels. It's like easy, good, hard, difficult, something like that. And then based on which one you find the question and answer to be, then it will give you a longer or shorter interval before your next time. So if you think that the information's easy, maybe it will ask you to do that in a week and then a month and then like 4 months. But then if you find it difficult, then maybe it'll be like in 2 days, in 5 days, and then like 2 weeks or something like that. It works by increasing the amount of time in between each review that you do of the flashcard. And when you see loads of overdue cards, that makes you feel like the motivation to do it because it's like a bit embarrassing. And in general, like studying during peak productivity, trying to find ways to make them fun, like studying with friends or at a cafe or a pretty library. I'll definitely link my productivity video somewhere here because I think studying and productivity go really hand in hand. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it useful. And as always, love you guys.